Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all so much for giving us the opportunity to talk to you today. My name is Raju Rangan. I am a senior solutions architect with AWS, and I primarily work with customers in the federal financial space. You heard my previous panelists talk about cybersecurity concerns when using AI and generative AI in specific, right? Very important topics. I am going to be now diving into the business impact of generative AI and how it's going to reshape the economy over the next few years, and how AWS can help you, get your organizations going along with the times. Over the past year, there has also been a lot of attention on the remarkable capabilities demonstrated by customer-facing applications like ChatGPT. But there exists an even more significant opportunity for businesses to harness generative AI power in delivering exceptional experiences for your customers and employees. The true potential of generative AI extends far beyond just the search engines or the chatbots. It has the capacity to revolutionize every aspect of how organizations and enterprises operate, right? Analysts estimate that generative AI will increase the global GDP by 7% over the next 10 years, and two-thirds of all US and EU jobs will be directly affected by it. That's why about 80% of current AI research is focused on generative AI, and also why we hear our customers say that they want to go fast and leverage their data to differentiate their business. At its core, right, generative AI is just harnessing the latest advancements in machine learning technology. It's not a magical phenomenon. It's the latest evolutionary step in a technology that has been continuously progressing. What sets these foundational models apart, though, is the ability to tackle a vast array of tasks due to the massive number of parameters that they have, enabling them to grasp complex concepts. Through pre-training on an internet-scale data set encompassing various forms and innumerable patterns, these foundational models acquire the capacity to apply that knowledge across a wide variety of contexts. And this was highlighted by one of our in our previous sessions as well. While the capabilities and the resulting potentials of these pre-trained foundational models is great, what really is exciting is the possibility of customizing these already highly capable models to perform domain-specific functions that are unique to your business, right? This customization requires only a fraction of the data, and the computational resources need to train a model from the ground up is minimal, right? So making it a highly attractive option for you. So how does this all apply? I mean, generative AI, right? What are the use cases that you could use it for? There are generally three categories depending on who the user persona is. The first could be your customers, right? By using generative AI, you can reinvent the way they interact with your organization and enhance their experience. You could be building chatbots, virtual assistants, conversational analytics powered by generative AI, providing them with the personal customer service. Next could be your employees through conversational search, text summarization, content and code generation, and data to insight capabilities. You could be enhancing your employees' productivity while also augmenting their creativity. The third is backend processes, right? And some of those were also discussed today. Things like cybersecurity, document processing, data augmentation, and process optimization tools. By using generative AI, you can optimize and augment them, resulting in a higher efficiency and lower cost. So thousands of organizations from startups to enterprises are getting started with generative AI. They want to take the momentum they are building with early experiments and turn it into real world productivity gains and innovations. At AWS, we have played a key role in democratizing ML and making it accessible to anyone who wants to use it, including 100,000 customers, of all sizes and industries. and we are ready to help you reinvent with Gen AI as well. We think about Gen AI as having three macro layers, and they're all equally important. The bottom layer is the infrastructure used to train these foundational models and run them in production. The middle layer provides access to all those large language models and other foundational models and the tools you need to build and scale generative AI applications. At the top, we have full applications that are built leveraging these foundational models, so you can quickly take advantage of generative AI, and you don't need any specialized AI knowledge to start getting the benefits from those generative AI. So let's start at the bottom layer. If you're building your own foundational models, AWS is relentlessly focused on providing everything you need: the best chips, the most advanced visualization, powerful petabit scale networking capabilities, hyperscale clustering, and the right tools to help you build. Um, and that is great if you are like our customers like Stability AI and Anthropic, who are building foundational models from the ground up, right? But of course, a lot of our customers are not really building foundational models and do not want to manage all these infrastructure. Uh, what they want is to get started quickly, experiment with the different foundational models, and test various use cases, and meet this opportunity that they have head on. But they also have a lot of questions. Questions like, hey, which model should I use, and which model is best for my use case? How can I move quickly to build and deploy generative AI applications? And how can I keep my data secure? And that's why we are investing in the middle layer of the stack. We want to make it easier for you to access a powerful and diverse set of large language models and foundational models and quickly build applications with them, all while maintaining security and privacy. And that's why we built Amazon Bedrock. Bedrock gives you the broadest choice of models, many of which are available first or only on Bedrock. You can add your own business context quickly, easily, privately, with the broadest selection of customization options available. And you get enterprise grade security and privacy built in. So customers from a diverse set of industries are already using Bedrock to reinvent their user experiences, products, and processes, and to bring AI into the heart of their business. But it's still early days, right? The field of generative AI is rapidly evolving with the new advancements and models emerging at an unprecedented pace. Enterprises are also discovering that different models excel at different tasks and workloads. Some models are great at summarization, others are great at reasoning and integration, and still others have multi-language support. Then there's also the multimodal models with image generation, and there are search use cases and many more. And this diversity also extends across both proprietary and open source models, presenting a multitude of options for organizations to explore. In this dynamic landscape, adaptability is key. There is not going to be one model to rule them all, and certainly not one company providing the models that everyone uses. You need the capability to try different models. You need to be able to switch between them rapidly, even combining them within the same use case. And you need a real choice of model providers as you decide who has the best technology and who has the dependability you need in a partner. And that's why at AWS, we continue to innovate to make building with and moving between a range of foundational models as easy as changing an API call, right? Today, Bedrock supports access to a wide range of foundational models from industry leaders like AI 21 Labs, Anthropic, Cohere, Meta, and Stability AI, as well as our own Amazon Titan models. Recently, we also added Mistral AI to our roster of industry-leading foundation models. While the capabilities of these pre-trained foundational models are great, they are still limited by the fixed and general data set that they are trained on. Moreover, their knowledge is limited to a point in time, right? To really drive your business, you need generative AI that understands your business, your customers, your products, and your operations. And that's only possible when you use your own data to improve and customize the models. So they become unique to you. Amazon Bedrock gives you all the purpose-built tools you need to customize your generative AI applications with your own data. With just a few clicks, you can go from just having a generic application to a one that is very specific and tailored to your business. We offer three key customization techniques. The first one is fine tuning. Fine tuning allows enterprises to train models on their labeled data, right? Ensuring tailored responses along with their context. For example, right, you might point to proposals that have been labeled as strong. In this way, the model learns from your data what is important to you, what matters to you as an organization. Then Bedrock makes a copy of that base model, trains it, and creates a private fine-tuned model so you can get tailored responses. Note that it is private. Your data is not used to train the base model itself. A second technique for customization is retrieval augmented generation, or RAG. This by far is the most popular technique available. RAG is a technique that involves fetching data from your company's proprietary data sources and enriching the prompts with that data to deliver a more relevant and accurate response. And what we have done with knowledge bases for Bedrock is to provide a fully managed RAG capability that automates the end-to-end RAG workflow, including the ingestion, the retrieval, and prompt augmentation, eliminating the need for you to write custom code to integrate data sources and manage queries. And the third way you can customize models in Bedrock is with the continued pre-training. This is a technique that uses large volumes of unlabeled data, like raw text of internal reports, financial plans, or research results to improve the foundational model's knowledge and reasoning capability of your specific domain, right? And all of these techniques are powerful tools in making generative AI targeted and useful for your business. And Bedrock not only makes it easy to apply these customizations on the foundational model, but also to combine these techniques together to create generative AI applications that deliver real value. Okay, now you have an application that provides useful and targeted information, but that's not enough, right? Ultimately, you will want your foundational models to take actions to actually get things done, right? You want to use Bedrock to complete actions like handling complex customer interactions, filing insurance claims, or deploying software. This usually requires orchestration between multiple systems within your organization. And that's where agents for Bedrock comes in. With agents, generative AI applications can execute multi-step tasks across company systems and data sources. And from answering customer questions about product availability to taking and or handling customer interaction about something, right? And building agents on Bedrock is really easy. And you can utilize your existing investments in code, or if you have serverless investments in AWS, you can already reuse them. And how about security and privacy of your data? Just like S3, EC2, or RDS, Bedrock has enterprise-grade features to help you make your data secure. So Bedrock customers can trust that the data remains protected, And furthermore, no customer data, as I mentioned before, is used to train or improve the original base model. When you tune a model, we make a private copy of that model, put it in a secure container, and it goes nowhere. Your data never is exposed to the public internet, never leaves the AWS network, and is securely transferred through your VPC and is encrypted in transit and at rest. And that's powerful. And with great power comes great responsibility. AWS is committed to building foundational models with responsible AI in mind at each step, right? Throughout its design, development, and deployment and operation, we consider a wide a range of factors, right, for the foundational model development. We consider accuracy, for example, how closely a summary matches the underlying document, whether a biography is factually correct. Fairness, for example, whether outputs treat different demographic groups separately. Intellectual property and copyright considerations. Appropriate usage, for example, filtering out user requests for legal advice if you are an educational institution, right? You don't want to give legal advice, so you want to filter out those requests. Toxicity, for example, hate speech, profanity, and insults. And finally, privacy, protecting personally identifiable information in customer prompts. That was mentioned in one of our previous talk tracks as well. So we build solutions to address these issues into our process for acquiring the training data, into the foundational models themselves, and into the technology that we use to pre-process user prompts and post-process outputs. So to help you take this even further, to implement this on your business, we have Bedrock guardrails for Bedrock, which helps you implement safeguards tailored to your generative AI applications and aligned with your responsible AI policies. Right? Guardrail lets you specify topics to avoid and then automatically detects and prevents queries and response that fall into that restricted category. So that is the middle layer. So that brings us to the top stack, right? Applications you use that are powered by the Gen AI, but you don't have to have expertise to build, right? Let's look at one of the most important examples that you have heard about this when you write, you have developers in your organization and they are writing code, right? And there's a lot that is in the repositories that they are not an expert of, and how can that information be surfaced to them and be useful, right? Code Whisperer is a tool that helps you build applications faster and more securely by generating code suggestions in near real time. With the Code Whisperer, developers can use natural language prompts and then receive accurate code suggestions in every popular IDE and for 15 of the most popular programming languages. Code Whisperer also gives developers a powerful boost for general code examples. And of course, we made sure it's also great at making suggestions for AWS specific code. General code suggestions are great, but for the kind of speed and relevancy that makes most difference, your solution has to understand the context of your code. And you can see that this is the common theme across all of the generative AI applications, that yes, there is the general model, but you have to customize it with your data to make that difference, right? So imagine you hired a new developer. Even if they are world class, they are not doing their best work until they understand your code base and your internal best practices. And AI powered coding tools are similar, right? Code Whisperer can be customized to securely learn from your internal code base and provide much more tailored suggestions created with an understanding of your internal SDKs, APIs, libraries, packages, and classes. And of course, any customizations are isolated. We never use customers' content from Code Whisperer to train the underlying model. And Finally, let's talk about AI chat applications at work. What early providers like ChatGPT have done in this space is really exciting and super useful for consumers. But in a lot of ways, these applications don't really work for work, right? Their general knowledge and capabilities are great, but they don't know your company, your data, your customers, or your operations. This limits how relevant their suggestions are, for your specific organizational use case. They also don't know much about who you are at work, your role, your preferences, what information you use, and what you do and do not have access to. We just saw Bedrock agents and knowledge base, which allows you to orchestrate complex business processes. However, this also needs some expertise and work to integrate into your application. Also, you need to make a few decisions, right? In that case, which foundational model to use, which embeddings model to use, which vector store to use, etc. What if you just want to build a Q&A assistant and you do not want to make any decisions or build all the integrations around it? Amazon Q is a powerful new generative AI driven QA assistant designed to streamline workflows and boost productivity across your organization. Q lets you get answers quickly with natural language interactions. You can easily chat, generate content, and take actions, all informed by an understanding of your systems, data, repositories, and operations. Amazon Q seamlessly integrates with your existing identity management and access control systems. Users cannot leverage Q to circumvent established permissions. If you lack access to something without Q, you cannot gain it with Q either. And there are multiple offerings within the Amazon Q family of products. The first one is Amazon Q for Business, which brings together capabilities that will boost employee productivity as they access, analyze, engage, and visualize enterprise data. With Amazon Q for Business, each employee can engage conversationally with their digital assistant over unified enterprise data, both structured and unstructured. A digital assistant that can respond to questions from the perspective of different personas. Hey, I have an HR question. I have a procurement question. So it can actually take different personas and answer accordingly. Or it can create new content from existing knowledge corpuses, or visualize data using natural language prompts to support both qualitative and quantitative analysis. And Amazon Q can not only be an expert in your business, but it can also help you be an expert on building on AWS. We have trained Amazon Q on 17 years worth of high quality Amazon information, so it can transform the way you build, deploy, and operate applications and workloads on AWS. Then we have Amazon Q in QuickSight. QuickSight is our business intelligence tool. You can use QuickSight to the users can ask questions to their dashboards like, hey, how did the number of loans that were rejected increase last month? And get a response in the form of a mini dashboard that illustrates the factors that influence that decision-making process. And finally, we have Amazon Q in Connect, your Connect expert, which Amazon Q in Connect includes real-time agent assistant functionality, formerly known as Amazon Connect Wisdom, right? Along with new generative AI-powered recommendation responses, actions, and links to more information. And all of these are engineered to offer assistant that remain faithful to the information that you choose to feed it. And this is all built with security and privacy features you can count on from AWS. Okay, we covered a lot of ground today, and I shared several new tools and innovation to help you, get started working with generative AI on AWS. Right. To recap, we looked at the performant and cost-effective infrastructure. We looked at the wide variety of foundational models and tools that are available via Bedrock, a secure, private, and easy way to build and scale powerful new applications with foundational models, generative AI applications, and capabilities that can be enriched with the context of your business. And it's all on AWS, built with our high bar for giving you broad and deep capabilities, choices, and enterprise readiness. It's still very early in the game. We are incredibly excited about what we can do together. Thank you.